Somebody's got to say it. There is not a pandemic. There is not an epidemic. Why is that so hard? Tell me where the evidence is for an epidemic, for a pandemic. I would like to know. I would like to know where the evidence is, because I don't see any sick people. I see people that the CDC and the WHO have claimed are infected with a virus that has never been isolated. They're using a test that has an 80% false positive rate. A test that is not designed to test for infectious disease. A test that tests for genetic material. This is the criteria they're using to claim that there is a pandemic. We have infected people. That's what they say. We have infected people. Well, there's trillions of viruses in our bodies all the time. So I guess you could use that logic to state that there's always a fucking pandemic. There is not a fucking pandemic. What there is a war against civil liberty. A war against personal freedom. That is what there is. Okay? And what we have to do is stand up together and fight against this. Okay? The founding fathers of the United States had some balls. Okay? They weren't afraid to lay their blood on the ground and stand up for freedom. And I'm going to tell you something. Where freedom comes from is not from the government. It doesn't come from the government. It doesn't come from a piece of paper. It comes from your ability, your capability of standing up for it and laying your blood on the ground to protect it. That is where freedom comes from. When police officers infringe on your freedom and you willfully place your hands behind your back like a bitch and surrender, you are giving up your freedom. Wrong is wrong, right is right. There is no morality in legality. When something is wrong, it's wrong. It doesn't matter if the governments do it, someone with a badge and a costume does it. It's wrong. People have to stand up for what is right. You have to stand up for what is right. I have to stand up for what is right. And we have to stand together. I'm not going to go on and on and on. I'll do a short little video. Okay? There is not a pandemic. There is not an epidemic. There is a war against you and a war against me. We didn't declare the war. Okay? But it was declared upon us. And we must respond accordingly. Love your country, your countrymen. Stand with your countrymen. Do not love your government. Your government is there to dominate you and take everything from you. Anarchy is freedom.